News Services Division of All India Radio presents Northeast Diary.
Good evening. Welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary. Here we bring you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. We celebrated International Women's Day on the 8th of this month. Keeping in line with this, we have an interview today with Handloom and Textile Minister of Assam, UG Brahma, on self-reliant women. We also have a report on disaster management preparedness from Mizoram. Sikkim State Commission for Women, in collaboration with National Commission for Women, recently organized a seminar on women in sports at Chintan Bhavan in Gangtok. Speakers at the seminar included Sikkimese women sports personalities. We have a report.
National boxing coach and Dronacharya awardee Sandhya Gurung, mountaineer Manita Pradhan and international football referee Phurkila Mukhopadhyay were among the keynote speakers at the seminar on women in sports. They shared their perspective based on personal experience. The objective was to encourage the youth, especially girls, to take up sports professionally. Speaking on the occasion, Special Director General of Police, Law and Order Akshay Sachdeva highlighted the relevance of sports in pursuing a career in the police, specifying the adoption of a healthy lifestyle and encouraging the youth to take up sports. Additional Director of State Sports and Youth Affairs Department, Dr. Ram Bahadur Vishwakarma, highlighted government programs in sports development. He spoke about the state government's assistance for 10 sports disciplines under Khelo India. He also mentioned the state government's initiative to promote women in sports, including the establishment of a women's football academy in Soreng district and the Tarun Deep Rai Archery Academy and Baichung Stadium in Namchi, as well as launch of the Chief Minister's 1 Mile Run. With Saikia Sarkar, this is Tashang Mubutiya for AIR News Sikkim.
Mizoram, being a hilly state, is prone to natural calamities like landslides being the most common, followed by forest fire and earthquake. The state has witnessed massive forest fires in the last 2 years. Also, the state's Champahi district has suffered with hundreds of mild and medium tremors 2 years back. In this backdrop, talks on the seismic zone 5, pointing to a major earthquakes in the coming days, creep into the public sphere. Notably, the entire northeast region, including Mizoram, is situated in the seismic zone 5, so it is apprehended that there is possibility of earthquakes in the region. According to the officials of the Mizoram State Disaster Management Authority, the possibility of major quakes is certainly there, but no one can predict its time and magnitude. However, the State Disaster Management Authority and its personnel have so far tackled many disaster situations, and they are prepared to face any situation in the coming days too. More from a correspondent from Aizawl.
Mizoram witnessed massive forest fires in the last 2 years. Southern district Champhai suffered with hundreds of mild and medium tremors 2 years back. Pointing to all this, many people expressed their concern, citing the fact that the state and the region as well is seated at the most earthquake-prone area, seismic zone 5. Officials of the Mizoram State Disaster Management Authority opined that the possibility of major quakes surely is there due to the region being seated upon the seismic zone 5, but its time and magnitude cannot be predicted. So, instead of suffering from fear and anxiousness, it would be better to take precautionary measures and build up positive awareness among the people. Talking to AIR News, Deputy Director Training of the State Disaster Management and Rehabilitation Department, Dr. Roki Matenkwal, said they are equipped with resources and impart training to their personnel and also go for awareness drives on a regular basis. He said the department is enriching its resources with kits and tools in compliance with the policy, programs and guidelines of the National Disaster Management Authority. Dr. Laroki Matenkwal further said,
I like to point out that Mizoram is vulnerable to various hazards like landslides, earthquake, cyclone, river run floods and other natural hazards. Landslide is the most common hazard occurring very frequently. Every year, number of landslides occurring here and there, disrupting communication lines and collapsing of buildings and causing life and injuries to many people. And we all know that Mizoram is lying in seismic zone 5 of Indian seismic zonations. But earthquake can strike any time here and there. But at the present knowledge of science and technology, we cannot predict the earthquake. The dates, the timing, and the magnitude cannot be predicted. So we are very sad to learn that some people are predicting earthquakes in the near future. But we have to send a message to the people that we cannot predict the earthquakes, the dates, the timing, and the magnitudes. So we have to convince and we have to, sensitize the people that earthquake cannot be predicted. As per the norms prepared by Government of India and Ministry of Home Affairs, we have State Disaster Response Fund and National Disaster Response Fund available with us. So whenever disaster strikes, whenever some people lost their life and whenever they suffer injuries and whenever they lost their property, we are giving immediate relief to the people who suffer the hazards.
According to the officials, Department of Disaster Management conducts state and district-wise mock drills periodically, which is also conducted at individual institutions and government offices every now and then. Dr. Laroki Matenkwa said these mock drills have always drawn good responses from people and helped the department to work out for more effective solutions in the time of need. For Northeast Diary, this is Irene from Aizawl.
The Monpa tribe of Arunachal Pradesh is celebrating its Losar festival this month. This year, the people along the Indo-China border in Tawang district, the Monpa people, are making the celebration special by involving the Indian Army in the celebrations. A report.
Losar is the main festival of the Buddhist Monpa tribe of Arunachal Pradesh. The Monpa basically inhabits in the western part of the state in Tawang and West Kameng district. Losar is celebrated as the Tibetan New Year. The celebration lasts for 15 days, but the initial 3 days are the most important ones. On the first day of the festival, 1 or 2 members of the family go to the water tap or stream in the early dawn to draw the first water. They offer incense to the water source, bind a scarf over the tap, offer liquor and recite prayers to please the spirits. On the second day, they celebrate by visiting each other's houses, dancing and singing, gambling and conducting competitions. On the third day, they hoist flags both vertically and horizontally on their roofs and recite prayers to honor spirits and deities. This festival is celebrated around January or February according to the Tibetan calendars. This year, Monpa Mimang Sokpa, the apex body of the Monpa community, organized a Losar function at the line of actual control along Indo-China border near Bumla in Tawang district at an altitude of 15,200 feet. Secretary General of the Monpa Mimang Sokpa, Sri Namge Sering, said that the aim of the function was to felicitate the soldiers guarding our borders and to make them a part of the celebration of the local festival.
लोसर यानी कि हम बहुत मानने वाले इसे नया साल के रूप में मनाते हैं। इस साल लोसर का 2150वां साल है। इस लोसर में हमने यानी कि मोनपा मिमों सोकपा के सदस्यों ने ये फैसला किया है कि इस साल लोसर हम फौजी भाइयों के साथ मनाएंगे और हमारे तवांग में सैनिकों के साथ बहुत अच्छा संबंध है। इस बार हमने बमला के पास 15,200 फीट की ऊंचाई LAC पर बहादुर जवानों के साथ मनाया, जो कि अपने परिवार से दूर रहकर हमारे सुरक्षा में दिन रात तैनात रहते हैं। और इस तरह के कार्यक्रमों में अन्य चौकियों को भी शामिल किया जाएगा।
Tawang, being the tourist hotspot of the state, hundreds of tourists visiting Bumla also enjoyed the cultural show on the occasion and had lunch with Indian Army soldiers and organizers. For Northeast Diary, this is Rakesh Dole, Air News, Itanagar.
Northeast Diary program, broadcast every Thursday at 5:30 p.m., brings very interesting and enchanting stories from the 8 Indian states of Northeast India. Don't forget to tune in.
And now we bring you an interview with the Handloom and Textile Minister of Assam, U.G. Brahma, on the topic of self-reliant women. The interview has been conducted by Manas Pratim Sharma.
Good evening to the listeners of Northeast Dairy. We are joined by Honorable Minister of Assam, Mr. U.G. Brahma. Sir, welcome to this episode of Northeast Dairy.
Thank you.
Would you please tell us what is the main aim and objectives of starting this unique initiative called Swanirbar Nari, means independent women? What is the purpose of having this scheme in Assam?
Swanirbar Nari, it is a part of the women empowerment policy of the government of India. And everyone knows about the handloom sector of the Assam. So next to the agriculture, the handloom and textile sector is the largest employer. And most of the women weavers of the rural area or village area, they are related to and linked with the weaving sector. So this is very much related to our root level economy also. And if you want to develop the village economy, then first of all, women should be empowered. Their activities should be brought to the economic activities. And that is the main reason after COVID situation. We thought that something should be done for the welfare of the women because the COVID situation affected largely the women-related economy and life of women. So after that, the Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, he conceptualized this idea, Atmanirbhar Nari and Swanirbar Nari, and especially for Assam, that is a Swanirbar Nari. And we launched a portal, Swanirbar Nari portal. The aim is to register the all individual weavers, not the society and the group weavers, but the individual weavers who are genuinely weaving. So we have already registered 480,080 weavers in Assam. And as per the Handloom Census report, 2019-20 it was done. So we have more than 12 lakhs weavers. It is already registered. But all weavers have no looms. They don't have any loom. But 50% of the total weavers, they have the looms. And at the 480,000, they are with looms only. So thing is that with the Assam government, 100 crores project provision has been given. And this year we have taken 38 crores only from 100 crores to procure the traditional attire like Aronai, Kamusa and this scarf like type of things, the traditional clothes, belong to the various communities. And Gamsa is the main. So we have started procuring all these items, 31 items selected. And the way how the response is coming, in the first 15 days, it was not encouraging. And poor response was there because of the ignorance and lack of the information also. But awareness campaign was being carried out by the department. Now, gradually it is increasing and growing up. And we have already procured the Gamsa around 31 items of total amount around 5 crores currently. And it is the DVT scheme, the largest DVT scheme of the state also. We have already done payment to the weavers through bank. And have received already. More than 4 crores rupees have been received. So till the 30th of the March, this procurement will continue. The aim of this scheme is to empowerment of the women and so that they can earn directly without any middleman. And this is going to be a only scheme for the women to give a proper market to them so that they don't get suffered because of the lack of market. So we are giving market. And Handloom and Textile Department has 2 business organizations like AGMC and Artpet. And they will sell this Gamusa throughout the India through various means. We have developed a business plan also. And all over in Assam, all over the India, in each and every state, we will have the showroom in future. That is the plan that we are developing now. Apart from that also, we are now trying to create the market situation, market environment in the state also. And as a part of that, the Chief Minister of Assam already has decided to set up the integrated handloom park at Kaziranga National Park. That will be, this project cost will be about 58 crores, I think. 58 crores. We have got now already 5 crores from the NEC and 5 crores will be won by the state budget. And other rest of the budget, that will be what managed from, or in the next year it may be from the NIDA or any of the loan amount or state SOPD also. So that will be a very big project, and by that way this handloom market and about the handloom, that world will come to know. Everyone who comes to this Kaziranga for tourism, they will have to go there and see the Assam handloom, and by that way we will develop the linkage. So that will be the big boost for the handloom market in future, in days to come.
There is a huge demand of Assamese traditional attires and handicrafts and other things. So whenever people visit Assam, they are supposed to buy all these things. So is there any plan so that people from outside the state should be able to get those things in their own states or own cities?
So that is still at the concept level, and we have not been able to bring all this idea to the budget in the form of the budget. So what in the next years to come, we have the plan to set up the showrooms throughout India, in each and every states of the country, and Assam Bhavan and Assam House will be set up. So in all Assam House and Assam Bhavan, there will be a showroom for the handloom and textile. These products will get the market, bigger market, wider market. And apart from that also, we have the plan to organize a national Gamsa Mela, and like that in the Delhi or any big cities of the country. And we have been organizing the district level and the state level expo also. And Kaziranga Handloom Park, that is a that will be a permanent structure for the market linkage, and that will be able to develop the linkage with the other foreign countries also. And at the same time, there is a plan, and we are now developing the idea of bringing policy to provide this power to the outbreak for export also. Till now, the handloom department not doing in the field of the export. There is no export activities, and we are not exporting these materials to the other states also. Very little quantity of the products are now being sent off or being exported to the other states also. Not to talk about the foreign countries, even not in the India also. But that's what we are now trying to strengthening, even to the foreign country also, by providing power to the outbreak. So this is the policy planning, but still not finalized. And we are now having a series of discussion with the Chief Minister, and the financial experts are evolving the whole things. Flat policy becomes successful. I think getting a bigger market in the World Forum, the Gamsa and Arona, that will be possible, I think.
When we say about Assam's handicrafts, the first thing comes to our mind is Gamosa. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi made it world famous. Though, people from outside also, they used to know Gamosa, but since last few years, the amount of Gamosa has been used by our Honorable Prime Minister is tremendous. And recently one good news is that Assam Gamosa has got the GI tag. So, what's the benefit basically we are supposed to get after having this GI tag?
GI tag is basically for ownership. This is owned by Assam, not by others. Nobody can claim the ownership over the Gamosa tomorrow. Or if there was no GI identification, geographical identification also, anybody could have claimed the ownership over this Gamosa. Now a GI tag, it is helping us in various ways, because now by the mobile app also, it is now being developed by the Guwahati IIT. I think I have heard something now. Everyone can check this, any Gamosa, whether it is produced in the Assam or not. So what the world one is the genuine handloom products. Even if you go to other countries, they are not ready to accept any Indian clothes which are manufactured at the factory. They are ready to accept those clothes only which are woven, hand woven things. The traditional hand woven things have their own value. No. This can be identified now. It has become easier to identify whether the product is handloom or not. This is what, and we have the one policy also, that the handloom reservation and protection of money articles, Handloom Protection Act, we say like that in 1985 in short. So under that, no handloom products are allowed to be manufactured by any powerloom or any factory made, industry made. That is not allowed. So Gamsa is protected item. Aronai and Dokhana, Sari, Mekla, all protected items. So no one can produce in the powerloom and supply to the Assam. But that has been happening in Assam. because the powerloom gamusa have been occupying the market of handloom products of the Assam. That's why these weavers are facing crisis. So GI Tech has helped us to take action against those producers also. Now we are carrying out a massive eviction drive, or seizure drive against the powerloom products, and DCs are engaged. And the Chief Minister, he has, from the position of the Chief Minister and as a head of the government, instructed all DCs to be very strict and very targeted also, to drive against the powerloom gamsa, so that no powerloom gamsa occupy the market of the Assam. So that is helping us, and that is what, by that way, the handloom products are getting priority in the market. So Sonirbor Nari is also getting benefit indirectly out of that. So the demands and the crisis of the gamusa that we are going to fulfill by the Sonirbor Nari. This department is going to fulfill and fill up the gaps. So this is very much integrated. GI Tech is there is a pride of Assam Gamusa. Next time we are approaching that Aronai Portland Territorial Council has already approached for the GI Tech. That is very shortly this hearing is going to take place. So other clothes also from the Mahasau and Karbis, they have also approached, and they requested the GI registration for it. So that is also under consideration. If all traditional products get the GI identity, the GI Tech, so I think that will be a great help to the traditional clothes.
If in nutshell, if you want to know, what is the outcome you are expecting after launching this Sonirbor Nari scheme?
So commercial point of view, we are not looking to that point of view, because basically handloom is for welfare of the weavers. We see the welfare part. Now we are gradually trying to commercialize the whole process, so that the weavers become the professional and commercial too. That is what mindset we are trying to develop. Having the subsidy system of help from the government, that mindset should go out, and that's why we are giving direct benefit in the products, their products only. So basically it is a beginning, a kind of new initiative, and the outcome that we have not done any measurement or the calculation also in terms of the finance. So basically helping the women and empowering the women at the level and to recover them or bring back them to the normalcy they have suffered due to COVID situation. So that was the main thing. But at the same time our attempt is to develop the commercial attitude and the professionalism among the women. So what they are getting the direct benefit, largest DVD scheme, that one woman can have at least 25,000 or 30,000 money they can earn at least in a year. By that, if they are really responding to the scheme, this is the main thing. So financially empowering the women is the main thing.
Thank you once again for giving us your valuable inputs and time. Thank you.
You were listening to an interview with the Handloom and Textile Minister of Assam, U.G. Brahma, on the topic of self-reliant women. The interview was conducted by Manas Pratim Sharma.
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी, तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर, या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर, और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब. आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास.
In today's heritage section, we take you to Nagaland to get a glance on the custom of the Angami Nagas, one of the major tribes in Nagaland. Angami traditional gate or kharu plays a very important function in the social economic life of Teninia Angami. Let us know more about it from our Kohima correspondent.
Dear listeners, if any of you have visited Northeast, particularly the state of Nagaland, you will find traditional gate or modern gate in each village. Do you know that traditional gate plays an important significance among the Naga tribes, especially the Angami Nagas, one of the major tribes in Nagaland? This evening, let me share about the little known facts of Angami traditional gate, also known as Kharu. Angami traditional gate or karu plays a very important function in the socio-economic life of Tenimie Angami. In the early days, karu is not only used for protection of the village, but it is connected with many important ginas in Angami social and traditional custom. No village where the name could exist without a traditional gate. Let's hear it from Medoselu Keretsa, a village elder from Kohima village, as he narrates on the significance of Angami traditional gate.
Karu gives the greatest security to the village population, as the whole village is bounded with strong fencing and spikes. There is a main entrance where the traditional gate is erected. Every night, Karu is closed inside to ensure that no intruder break open after all the residents have returned home from works. Any expert can work on it and carve out following pictures or images. A. Enemy head. B. A warrior carrying a beheaded head. C. Sun. D. Moon. E. Star. F. Women breast. G. Big piece of pork meat. H. Paddy stalk with air. I. Cockerel. All these figures have religious and social significance, but it is prohibited to describe them elaborately as per tradition. In our concept, we believe the sun gives wisdom during the day. The moon and the stars do the same at night. Women's breast signifies the increase of populations. The piece of pork meat signifies prosperity. Paddy stock also signifies prosperity. Cockerel, we use it to purify our soul. During those days, we take head hunting as a very important activity in our life. So, enemy head and a warrior carrying a beheaded head means we win over our enemy and kill our enemy.
Well, dear listeners, the all-age tradition gates may not be followed in this modern era of Naga tradition. However, it may be seen that in many of the villages in Nagaland, modern welcome gates are erected which are prominently features of any Naga villages. This is Asonyo for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Kohima.
And now let us listen to this delightful song from Manipur.
Bilay rang na haksay ay gimukta ujigi thamoy mamal kayano hindok na bupi thoke bilay rang na haksay ay gimukta ujigi thamoy mamal kayano hindok na bupi thoke hanana buku pura nangi haksang tumbado lupa na buyo mura nangi ningba thungaba
With that, we have come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more stories from this enchanting part of India. Bye-bye. This program was presented by Abhishek Mukhopadhyay, scripted by Suparna Saikia, produced by Sharmila Goswami, and assisted by Kumar Gaurav. It was brought to you by the News Services Division of All India Radio.